one of the questions was about the standards, the IUCN standards on nature-based solutions. It says, would it be possible to pilot test these proposed standards on individual urban nature-based solution case studies? I guess this is directed to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, do you want me to repeat?
So, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, what we're trying to do, and this is something I mentioned in one of the slides, is that the standard will be able to apply it or to use it in a wide range of contexts, and it applies also to different types of ecosystem and including the urban ecosystem, absolutely. So it should be able to be implemented in the urban context as well. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Emmanuel. We have also one question. It's more general regarding about the costs of nature-based solutions. So to elaborate on this, I would ask more specifically, if we have evidence that nature-based solutions implementation is cost efficient compared to the gray solutions. So if anyone would like to answer something on this.
I can provide one type of answer. One of the issues that we see is that a lot of the times you can have financial benefits that they're coming out from using nature-based solutions. One example was a particular NBS applied in Copenhagen, where 10 years after it was applied in that particular neighborhood, nature-based solutions, the property value compared to the nearby properties had increased significantly more than the others. So in this way, you know, one thing that you can see is that you have the whole neighborhood was improved, and through this improvement of well-being and so forth, the people and the stakeholders of the neighborhood had increased the property value, and they gained from there. One of the things that we want to do, and there are projects that are funded by the European Union, that they are trying to establish this business case. And we are also looking into this stuff, the business case of, as part of ThinkNature, the business case of different NBS, and we will have soon reports reporting on that.
Okay, great, many thanks, Nikos. Now another question is about the Eclipse report. We were linking two questions about this. So it's, does the Eclipse report evaluate existing techniques for measuring benefits, and how to evaluate multiple benefits for NBS? Are methodologies available? So I guess it's for Nadia to answer, but of course, any one of you can add anything you want.
I think so. The first report from Eclipse, so the one I presented here, is basically is really a review. It's a review from a scientific literature and a review from gray literature, where some certain benefits were extracted, but honestly, it's not an evaluation. So I think there are other Eclipse groups that really produce then a more let's say, specific approach to really assess and evaluate the benefits and by then. So I know there is an Eclipse expert group for nature-based solution and health, where they really want to systematically analyze in a kind of a meta-analysis the values of the benefits of nature-based solutions. So in this case, for our report, is more a review and a synthesis, so to say, challenge areas and how they have been addressed in several studies. And certainly you can find in these kind of studies then some valuation, but not as a final outcome of the report.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. So I forgot to ask everyone if someone want to say something to the issues discussed, the answers before, to add something to this, for example.
The only thing that I can add is that there is a task force of all of the European projects that they are looking into to further the work of what Nadia was presented, or what was done, and try to establish KPIs and an evaluation framework for the assessment. So eventually there's going to be a more common assessment as part of the different European projects.
Yes, great. This is very interesting information. Another question is about, again, the benefits. And the attendee is thinking that from nature-based solutions, the real estates may become higher, the values of real estate. So this may cause trouble to social justice in general. So it's a benefit that is controversial. Would you like to comment on this problem? Yeah, Nadia, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for this important comment, and maybe it relates to the previous comment for the real estate as well, and the property values. Yes, maybe we can say that this is kind of a trade-off. What means that there's maybe some unwanted outcome of this. Of course, it's nice when property values increase, but it may then sets kind of round of gentrification. There's now the new terminology called green gentrification, saying then that with the green implementation, maybe property values rise, rents rise, and that maybe some people cannot afford to live there anymore, right? And this is a kind of an unwanted social outcome. So I think here we need to be very aware of, and project and research is done to prove if this is the case, and it's plausible, right? But I think here it's important to really look on how nature-based solutions are really implemented, and for whom, and who was participating in the process of the implementation. And this maybe also refers to this co-production and the co-design to really acknowledge all concerns that maybe residents or local people then have. But it's really an important point.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. Does anybody else want to add something? Okay, let's go to the next question. So it's one attendee says, if we have equally good and nature-based solutions evidence base outside of urban spaces, because Eclipse project may have focused on this. So do we have this kind of evidence for non-urban case studies? Someone want to answer?
Yes, I would say that there is a lot of case studies that they are non-urban. I mean, it will be nice to go to the platform where we have all of the case studies in the Knowledge Hub. You can go through all of these case studies. You will see we have 112 case studies with a fairly detailed template and information about it, a lot of which are non-urban. So I urge to go there and see, so they can check out these case studies.
Okay, thank you. Manuel, you want to add something on this?
Yes, I mentioned the publication that IUCN published 2 years ago. And the second part of this publication, I didn't have time to present anything from there, but the second part of this report is presenting 10 different case studies that we took quite some time to select, and that are really presenting successful case studies of nature-based solutions in completely different contexts. There is one that is in a European context, but otherwise it's really different types of ecosystems, it's different regions in the world, it's different types of stakeholders that are involved. The objectives also of the case studies are to address different types of societal challenges, and we give quite some detail on the methods that they've used and why they've been successful. So I welcome you to have a look at these case studies.
Okay, thank you, Manuel. Nadia, wanted to say something, or you're already covered?
It was already covered. I wanted also to say that there are many examples out there, out of urban areas, and just as Emmanuel mentioned, that nature-based solution, IUCN has, of course, provided many examples already.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we have already exceeded 1 hour. But if you have something else to add regarding the answers and the discussion, or anything else that you want to say to the audience, please do it. Or okay, so I think we can close. It was a pleasure. And it was really nice and privileged to have all these attendees and this great participation in this webinar. So thank you all for attending, and thank also the speakers for accepting our invitation. And I would like to remind to all of you, speakers and attendees, that we have the following months next webinars that are more focused in specific aspects of nature-based solutions, and be tuned with our website to see about the next dates and webinars. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.